So, living young, single, and saved, right? Tell us about your workshop. I saw that they were separate, so tell us about your workshop.
Well, my workshop was a little bit different because we had a lot of younger guys with us. So we had to reach their level. You know, we had to explain to them about basically building character.
Yes.
Living young, single, and saved. It's supposed to empower you, and I focus mainly on the saved part.
The saved part.
Because you could be living young and single, but the saved part is the part that takes you over.
Absolutely.
It takes you to another level. And that's what I was explaining to them. It's another level that we're on as young men, living young, single, and saved.
Yes, absolutely. That saved part is important because one, we don't want to do what the world does. Especially if we're in a season where, you're looking for a partner, you don't want to do what the world does. We're supposed to be called out and separate. So some things we got to do, most things we got to do separate.
Absolutely.
So let's give the mic to Mr. Xavier. So what did you get from the class?
So from the class that Bennett has taught, I realized that being saved is the most essential part of being a Christian and being a young man as well, especially when we live, especially for the life that we live outside the church.
Right.
I'm a young man myself, and I do live amongst the world, whether it's in school, whether it's through basketball, I do play basketball, or other sports, or just communicating with my friends. I feel like it's, like he said, it's extremely essential to have the faith and to have faith in God, right? To be saved, to have trust in God, and like he had mentioned, the most essential part about being a man is following God's steps, and becoming a man, a young man. It's very important to follow God's steps, and I feel like that really stuck with me throughout the whole message.
Absolutely, following God's steps, letting God lead you. That's all a part of your walk as becoming a man, and that was definitely good. So what did you get from the class, Mr. Nasani?
What I got from the class is like building self-character.
Okay.
And I also believe that being saved is the most essential part too, is because I do taekwondo and football, so I always ask for God for like forgiveness when I fight if I hurt somebody.
Yes.
Bad. But also about the safe part, I always ask God for help with my stuff, with my sports, with my classwork. Mm-hmm. I always ask for God's help.
Absolutely. It's about growing in God. It's about growing in the natural sense, but more so growing your relationship in God, right? That's the essential. I heard you all say essential. Essential. Salvation is essential to make it in this time, in this day, as a man and a woman. Salvation is essential. All right? So before we go, what's one thing that either of you guys want to leave for the people that wasn't at the meeting or in the workshop?
I'll tell you, you missed it. I'll say you missed it. Simple as that. You guys, we had a great group. We shared information. We spoke, and we gained a brotherhood. That was the most important part. We may have entered as strangers, but I'm praying that as time progresses, we become closer and closer. So I am hoping and praying that you guys be a part of it next go around.
Yes.
And we build this thing up, because we are building from the ground up. YNV is on the move. I am the coordinator for YNV for First Jurisdiction, and we are on the move, y'all. If y'all don't catch us, we're going to leave you behind. Sorry.
Listen, it's been real. I've enjoyed talking to you young men. Lady Bennett here. And like Lady West says, in number one, we get the job done.
Deuces.